Stop troubling yourself, thinking God does not know what your problems are, and you have stressed yourself so much over time that you now think your success is by your power. Nobody has ever made it by their strength, power, or ability. Nobody has ever provided things for themselves, because everything you need in this life is given to you, is provided by God. You can't take away the provision of the Lord and the help of God in your life, and it will be wrong to think God does not know your problems. God knows you. He created you, and He knows everything that you think in your heart. You cannot hide anything from God. Your feelings, your emotions, everything about you is not strange or unknown to God. God is the giver of your life. Whatever you have today and whatever provision you need from the Lord, it does not matter the problem you are going through. It does not matter the pressures you are going through. God knows everything. God is ready and ever ready to take you out from them. God is always ready and available to provide those needs for you. What are those needs? What are the predicaments? What are those situations that you find yourself and you think your life is about to crash? What are those pains you are praying that the Lord takes away from you? I want to tell you something this day, that God can provide every need for you. You have not received because you have not asked God to provide for you. You don't think God will give you when you have not told Him to give you. God says you should ask, seek, and knock on the door. This is the help of the Lord that He has given you, so that you will feel free to ask anything and He will give you. God knows the problem you are going through. God knows your weaknesses and your strength. Take every problem to God in prayers. Take every pain for God in prayers. Open up to God and let Him provide for you. God knows everything you need, and He has promised to provide everything to you according to His riches in glory. God is not poor. God is not lacking anything. Every power belongs to God. He blesses everyone that comes to Him, and He opens the way for everyone that acknowledges His power. God knows you need marital blessings. God knows your business is crashing and your financial life is not going well the way you had wanted it. God knows you are down in illness and you need healing from the divine. God knows you need that help from heaven because men have failed you. Families have disappointed you a lot of times. God knows you have been starving for a long time. God knows you have lost your job and you need a job as a matter of urgency. God knows you are not doing well in your academics and your career is not blessed and not seeing the light of success. What are those things that are happening in your life? God knows them all, and He has never denied that God sees your heart and knows your thoughts. There is nothing hidden from God because He sees even in the darkest place. You may hide it from human beings, from your wife, your husband, your parents, your colleagues, and your friends. But hiding it from God is not impossible because God has known all the things before you were born. Listen, Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Before I formed you in my womb, I knew. and approved of you as my chosen instrument. And before you were born, I separated and set you apart, consecrating you, and I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. Now do you see it, that God has known you before you were born? God knows what you are going through in life before you get there, and He knows your end so far. It will be wrong to think God cannot help you. It will not be acceptable that you are thinking God cannot provide all that you need. Heard you, not heard, or read that? Matthew 6, verse 25 through 30. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what you shall put on. Is not life more than meat, and the body more than raiment? Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much better than them? And why take your thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, they toil not, neither do they spin. Wherefore, if God so clothes the grass on the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall He not much more clothe you, O you of little faith? That is just it. If God will provide for grasses and the birds of the air, if God could do these things for animals and things He has placed below you, then you should know that God is just and faithful to do more than He does for them. God knows every one of your needs, and He will provide it all for you. There is nothing impossible for God to do for you. There is nothing too hard for God to do for you. God is big, and He does big things for people. God gives better and the best provision to His children. You are a child of God. What are those things you need? And what are those things you have been asking the Lord to give you? A child of your own, job, a spouse. What exactly are those things you are asking the Lord to give you? Never mind, God is going to give them to you. Location and economy do not determine what God gives and does for His children. If you are in the depth of the ocean and the desert, God can provide you everything you need there. The children of Israel were hungry and complained to their leader Moses that they were hungry. Exodus 16, verse 2 through 15. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, Would to God we have died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full, for ye have brought us forth into this wilderness, to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Then said the Lord unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather at a certain rate every day, that I may prove to them whether they will walk in my law or not. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. And Moses and Aaron said unto the children of Israel, At evening, then you shall know that the Lord has brought you out from the land of Egypt. And in the morning, then you shall see the glory of the Lord. For that He heareth your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we that you murmur against us? And Moses said, This shall be, when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full, for that the Lord heareth your murmurings, which you murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but the Lord. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, At evening you shall eat flesh, and in the morning you shall be filled with bread. And you shall know that I am the Lord your God. And it came to pass that at even the quails came up, and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay round about the host. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness where lay a small round thing, as small as the hoarfrost on the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said to one another, It is manna, for them wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, This is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat. Never think what you need is not available. Name it to God, and he will create it for you. You cannot be disappointed when your faith is on the Lord. Never limit yourself. Never limit God. Ask whatever, and God will give it to you, because he knows your needs even before you ask. He provides food for the children of Israel in the wilderness. He gave the water from the stone in the desert. What then can he not provide for you? What is that need you think you are too late or too old to get? What are those things you think there is no remedy to them? What are the needs in your life that you think God cannot give you and impossible for you to get now? The good news is that God knows them all, and he will give you all that you want from the Lord. You are recovering all that you have lost. You are receiving all of your needs, and you are getting your blessings and your breakthrough. Your life is changing already. There is abundance coming your way. No more struggling and limitation in your life. Your role in the process is to trust God. Have faith in God and ask from the Lord for him to give you all that you need. Cast all your burden on the Lord, and he will ease them for you. Take your problems and your needs to the Lord, and you will see how gracious the Lord will change things for you and make your life beautiful and great again. You are receiving the blessings from the Lord, because God is supplying all your needs. God is opening heaven for you, and he is giving you the things that you need. Do not be afraid. Do not worry again. God is giving you all your needs exceedingly abundantly above all that you ask from him and what you need. Let your smile brighten your life, and let your laughter explode, because God is doing something new in your life, giving you all the blessings and everything that you have asked him.